Seattle. Even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. He'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10.
They start with a give to Connor. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Here's Murray from midfield.
And he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Smith.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Geno down to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Seattle.
On first down, it's Smith. And Walker has it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Steps away to his left.
But can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
On 4th down, Smith. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And back deep is DJ Dallas.
Taking it about the 16. "35 yards on the return." Picked up some good blocks as well. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. On the move to his left. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. And the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
From the gun on third down, Murray.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. A final shot before half for Murray.
That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. Third quarter, here we go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit, And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray.
He'll buy some time right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards.
And you'll find some version of this play in just about every playbook in the NFL. It's an X-post cross. So on play action, you let the X receiver get downfield and start working right to left across the formation. What a beauty.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. D.K Metcalf. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks just continue to roll.
Gino's going to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back, looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field. And
they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now,
Carroll, none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling
So
on the
that
field
challenge
stands.
not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Off of play action, here's Smith.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
D.K Metcalf,
41 yards.
and the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And
it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. This is caught. Touchdown!
D.K Metcalf,
31 yards.
and the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time? I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
From the gun, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And he's got it. Out of the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
D.K Metcalf,
35 yards.
and the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. He's still barreling through. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Smith. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one. Touchdown, Seahawks! D.K Metcalf from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get...
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Arizona.
To throw, it's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So out now come the Cardinals. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose.
Murray now. He's McBride on the out route. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Cardinals.
Murray going to throw. Goes right back to McBride. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Murray now to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Smith going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Up the middle, here's Walker. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.